Welcome to Dojo.
Check out Joe, he's a Reddit bro, likes to edit posts, and he starts to gloat when he gets the most of votes or likes. Yeah, he's really hyped, really psyched, cause the crowd is really tight and the work is really light. His training plan is the first thing your eyes see, cause he got more follows than my boy Eric Dicey. Opinions on Magnus, Hans, and Karyakin, who cheated who, which engine
That
did he
ain't
packing.
Mouse.
He got blocked by Short, ignored by Dvorak, but he can't be wrong. He scored a like from Truon. He's got lightning attacks on GM blunders and gaffes. True, not over the board, it's only the other chat. Still, his 7-year plan ensures the last laugh. Distractions detract from any actual actions. Excuses are useless, he rues his inaction. Awaits satisfaction, the status of Magnus. He bought 50 books and opened up 10. Fools ought to read Psalms, not my system. He's got 30 alt accounts on every site around. Chessable courses keep looking cheaper by the pound. He got 22 databases and 36 engines, 25 chess sets, and a massive clock collection. He bought merch from Gotham, Fra and Naka, but his game history looked like some chess copy pasta. A GM coach that he don't listen to, and if you think it is, then yes, my friend, yes, this is you. But that all changed one bright sunny day when a friend said, hey, don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I gave up on the easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. Don't you know? Welcome to the dojo, it's good to grow. Welcome to the dojo, I stepped away from easy. Sweatwork's what we need, G. If Sweatwork's what I believe, ratings what I'll receive. So Joe got into the business, stopped the app sickness, daily practices rhythm, he even upped his fitness. He found sparring cathartic, postmortems charming. With the plus equal minus, he was armed for elo farming. With notepad and pen, he built up calluses, a state rating paralysis with lengthy game analysis. With sensei direction, he sold his collection. Read one classic and that was fantastic. Now he locked to the spot where they checking off boxes. Young prodigies and some wily old foxes. 3.5 points per box, that's shocking progress. Goal nearing, cohort cheering, Joe doesn't hear it. He's monotasking, no relaxing, concentration maxing. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work, work, never stop. One book, one board, one set, one thought. Work, never stop. Now occasionally, he peeps the world of the tweet. And
All right, my friends. Let's see what we got. This one. I must make Jadub for a window. This is all wrong. I go like this. I go like this. I go pop pop. I go poppity nop. I go like this. This could be better. This could be better. Okay. I fix. Okay. I fix. No, this could be better. Okay, in any case, here I am. We'll do a little text. Somebody might join me, but I doubt it. And go tie breaks. Bruce is opposed to the tie breaks. I kind of am too. Okay? I kind of am too. However, the point is that history is going to be made today and in these tie breaks. And so I might cover it a little bit, you know? And I don't have forever today, too. I don't even have a proper template. That's how sincere this is. We got the Neiman going on right now. We got all kinds of other games. But first, let's just check in with the Neiman. Sweet Blues, hello. What the hell's going on here, dude? Well, dude. Just optically, it does not look good for the demon here. The demon. It looks close to lost. That's what we're going to say. Close to lost here. Well, rook c8 maybe. that was weird. It just like we played rook c8 and then it went back somehow. That was weird. But rook c8, I suppose, is coming. Well, Skevix, like I said, I don't know if we're really going to cover it and how much I can even do today. But yes, I was pumped to do it. I want to see, the second this is done, I want to run and see the Faustino game, dude. I got to see Faustino. Okay, this was a good move, rook c8. I don't know. I mean, I suppose rook e4 is coming now. It's a little complicated. It's definitely a little complicated. We can also play. That's actually a much more complicated position than I originally thought. Okay, so knight c5 anyway, bruv. Anyway. Uh-oh. That might be an exclam. That might be an exclam. We're about to find out. Lorenzo, you've taken your opponent's life into your own hands. Whoa, he didn't even play rook c5. I don't even know if I understand chess anymore. So the point was, it was very elegant, is that rook c5, dude had d7 directly. Rook d5, dude, no, is it true? I'm not even sure it was true. Hold on. Rook c5, d7. There's no rook d5 on rook d3. I have rook d1. Amazing. I think Neiman might be toast, dude. So, how toast is Neiman? It's not a question of if. It's just a question of how much. All right, rook d3 is natural. Wow, dude, Neiman might get put out. bd1, rook takes. All right, here. So, now if bishop a5, bishop d7, if d7, rook d8. Neiman's going to try to say that he can hold this blockade. In general, I'm going to say, no way, Jose. It might be as brutal. We want to do it right. So this is how come it's not going with me. B1, king f8. Okay. Oh, Falgrai, no, I gotta get to the Oro game, dude. This might be the end of Neiman right here, though. I guess he gets to play another game or something, but still. This might be the end. Now, maybe rook a1 was the better shot. Yeah, rook a1. And now he can't move. Now, that's not entirely true, though, because now he could play bishop c6. He plays bishop e6. And the bummer for Neiman is very difficult to move at all. But the bummer for white is also, like, we need to organize the breaking of the light squares, and it's not a simple feature. However, there is no possible world in which this is not winning. You just have to be correct about it. And with a 30-second increment, white definitely has time to think about the stuffs. Okay, he goes for it. He's claiming this is a draw. Now, maybe it's your best shot. I definitely think Lorenzo misplayed it. At the minimum, he lost the tempo with rook b1 and rook a1. Well, the real question right away is, ooh, okay, now the good news for him is so if I take and play f5, Neiman is in time to play gf, gf, bishop e4. So, could I play rook takes, bishop e4? Oh, bishop a5. I think, by the way, well, okay. This self pin, I don't think it was that great. I don't know about this self pin that happened here. Oh, that was a good move. So Neiman walked directly into it. Okay. That was not good, Neiman. Now, could the kid play rook h8? Well, then king d4. So instead of playing king e6, he could have played bishop e6, and that would have been a lot harder to deal with. It still might have been lost. Now, Neiman still wants to play f6 maybe at some point. Holy moly. There are so many different ways this could potentially be lost. Skebix asks, how many pawns do you usually need? Basically, it's not how many, it's whether you can break the blockade. So the blockade square here is the d7 square, and white has to break it. You know, I think he's going to break it, buddy. Rook h8. All right, here we go. Now the intuitive move is king d4. King d4 certainly looks winning, my friends. Yeah, king d4, that's it, buddy. Come on. b7. And now we got a couple good moves. All right, rook a3 is the weenie move. Might be winning, but we want to be more direct than that if we can. Wow, dude. All right, here we go. Oh, Lorenzo, bishop e1. So he's claiming that if he lands rook a7, that's it, and there's no bishop rook h4. That might be a very good move. That's at least a very good idea. Rook a7, and we're saying you're done. Okay, good move. Nice move. The backwards moves are the best. f6. He tries to break him immediately. All right, critical moment of the game has arrived, my friends. Bishop g3. Now, do I like this move? I don't know. But now rook e8's going to come. Oh, I thought maybe instead of bishop g3 we were going to play rook a7. And then what are we doing? King f4. Can he take the pawn now? Oh, no. Baus. Oh, you really stunk up the dojo here, buddy. Oh, he blew it, dude. Now, king e7 is a blunder. It does So white still has reasonable chances, but he definitely blew his coconut. He definitely blew his coconut. All right, so he's going to c5. I actually have a vid feed just coincidentally on the side here, and it's saying king c5. So I can actually play these moves. All right, he was definitely winning before. Don't trust the time. Let's see, I'm going to make this a little smaller. There we go. Just make this a little bit bigger. All right, good. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with this feed. There's so many games being decided right now. Oh my God. Well, no Nintendo here. All right, I don't know. I know the game is actually continuing. I'm gonna maybe refresh it, buddy. All right, I know it's continuing, but I can't get any more moves. So I'm just gonna briefly go back over here. There's the hand's moke. That's frozen. Something, maybe somebody screamed. There was a problem. I don't know. Oh man. Dude, Sarin lost. Oh man. Sevian wins. Amazing. Dubov is a drawing machine. And really, who am I hunting for? There's only one. There's only one person I am hunting for. Oh man, not that guy. Dude, there's too many games. There's too many games. How? Oh. Bruv. Oh man, this is full madness. There's too many games, dude. Where did it go? He's so far down here. He's so far down, man. Oh, these games are already lighting up here, man. What the frick? Dude, I need a better way. This is no good. How many? They could at least show me the games that are, active or something. They don't have to do this to me. All right, we're gonna do this better. There we go. All right, first game with Faustino was a draw. Okay, back to Neiman. What's going on, buddy? Let's refresh. We're not getting any love over here with Neiman the Demon. I was saying, well, I could somehow do only active. So, let's go back up here. Only active games. Thank you so much. Thank you, buddy. All right, I'm not interested in that top one. Oh, okay. So here we go. Dude, Jose Martinez is playing here. And this is where I might need a little help. I need help figuring out why what the schedule is here, man. I don't even know. All right, so Goa tie breaks. All right, Neiman the Demon is playing. I have a video feed for him, but I'm just not getting anything here. I am going to say it's likely a draw, however. All right, so initially 2 rapid games are played. Then that's at 15-10. If tied, they still play 2 more rapid games, sometimes maybe 10-10. If the tie persists, the game controls move to blitz. All right, we got our moves, my friends. Wow, look at that, dude. Look at that. So, my friends, it looks like Neiman the Demon is toast. Dang, there it is. He just resigned. All right, my friends, huge result. Now, Neiman the Demon is not completely out, of course. This would be a massive upset, but he's not completely out. I don't know how soon they're playing, but I think fairly soon because these other games have started pretty soon, right away. So we're going to be watching this bad boy here. And what do I need to do? I need to go back. And let's see if I hit this only active games thing. That was a good tip, chat. We just have this Jose Martinez. That's going to be a rook and bishop versus rook. What I don't understand, actually, let's say go back here, and I go here, and I go results. Like, some people have already gone and played the second game, and some people have not. So I don't understand how fast that turnaround is. You know, maybe I could have sworn I saw a couple where there was more than one game already. Maybe I was dreaming that, though. There's Jose Martinez. So, if anybody has an idea how long the break is, I might make myself a coffee, dude. I just definitely deserve it. Being up this early. Bruce isn't even up this early, man. It's like I can't take it. See, like this guy here. These guys already played the second round, the second game, which suggests to me, hey, this is going to happen pretty soon. All right. Yeah, that would be a stunning upset, dude. A stunning upset. I love that somebody told me to just look at the active games. I love that somebody did that for me. So, we're going to go back. Let's see, I can't get back up. All right, so there's the hand smoke. All right, so we're going to do only active games. This is the only one. Pop. I pop it out. I'm going to make myself a tea or something. I'm coming back. Sweet Blue says this is round 1. Somehow round 2 already happened, at least with 1. I don't know why. But we're going to just keep it here. And then hopefully this thing will do it. Someone says I could try the Lee chess interface. Maybe someday. I don't care. I don't care which one I use. All right, my friends, I am back. We're looking at this thing. Oh, man. Whew. Now, this dude. Jose Martinez Alcantara. He's, another one of these players that's great and then just hasn't made it, dude. And this dude, this is the guy who's the blitz expert dude who played Kramnik, man. Who played Kramnik in the match. Jospem. It's funny, I didn't even, there's so many Jose Martinez's in the first place. But more importantly, what happened here, buddy? Now, I think they might be waiting for this thing to end before they start the new round. I can see in the vid feed they got all kinds of stuff going on. Anyways, Jospem, dude, was accused of cheating by Kramnik. And their way of dealing with it was to play a match a little bit better than what happened with the Naroditsky situation, of course. But this guy's a hero, dude. I'll root for this guy. I'll root for this guy for sure, man. All right, boom. Boom. We got an announcement in the dojo. Kosi did the grad show way late last night, or started the grad show, because he's playing some tournament every first Monday or something. All right, this is a draw. Okay, so what we want to do is I want one of these ones to show me only active games. No active games. Oh, so... That's the Jospem, dude. It was sad and bitter because of the accusations. Yeah, dude. Man. That's a problem with Jospem. All right. What should we do for a moment? Ashtiana, thank you for raiding us. We're just checking this business out, you know. There's loads of other sites covering it, but this one's the best. But this one's the best. All right, I think we're starting to get some hints of games starting. Let's see over here. If I go back, gaboom, and I show. No, yet this is not happening quite yet. This is the chess 24 feed. I don't know. Are they going to say interesting things? No. But that's the list of the people here, of what happened. It's too many games, by the way. It's just too, as a fan, like, I can't take it all in. There's just a couple I'm interested in. It's just going to go the distance. Now, where's my Oro kid? There he is, over here. So he drew the first one, dude. And then I guess, yeah, there's going to be a lot of tears here. There's going to be a lot of tears coming up for, what does Magnus say? Magnus, say something, bud. How come you're not talking? I think I have to expand it or something for Magnus to talk. Well, are you going to say something, Magnus? Magnus isn't talking, bro. I don't know. Howell got himself a vicious haircut, dude. He got himself a vicious haircut. Howell, you have such great hair, bud. Don't let him cut you so short, buddy. Come on now. Oh, man. All right. Give me some games. I'll tell you what we're going to do. While this is going on, we're going to just take a little break. We're going to go over to the thing called the scoreboard, the bam. First, we're gonna go to this. I'm gonna do the graduations later. Coach just said he got through like half of them. Oh wait, this is for next week. He got through about half of them. So somewhere in here, and I got to do the rest somehow today, dude. That's gonna be a hectic mess, dude. Here's this guy. This guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. Ambush Rush Casa, dude. This guy's been graduating all the time. Oh, yeah. Using the materials like Jesse's Advanced Tempo course. There you go. Those jumps are wasting time. Nice. Oh, this is great, man. Okay. He's no shift worker. So this will be fun later in the day. We'll do something over here. Juan Baranesh, this guy's amazing. That guy was in one of my workshops. If somebody could tell me if a game starts, that would be cool. It is showing me the playing hall. People are sitting down. Actually, we can look at that for a second. You can see them kind of filing in to sit down. And so, yeah, a minute 30. A minute 30. All right, let me show you one quick thing, actually. And boom, 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 boom. Test. Let's do a checkmate puzzle or two, bud. 3302. Oh man, this one's hard. This one's hard. This one's hard. Check to the. Oh, that was right. Oh God, I hate it when I get it right and it's actually wrong. Well, buddy, that was no good. I was pretty convinced. I was pretty convinced that was right. This is the new Chess Dojo Checkmate Training Puzzles. I thought B4 was correct and I was wrong. That's an example of an impulsive decision from the chump GM. Oh, bro, I might get this one wrong. This one I might get wrong, buddy. What the? What the hell? Oh, there it is, buddy. Come on. This was not so hard, baby. Oh! God, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's early. It's early. All right, they're getting ready to sit down over here. Let's do another problem here. That was terrible. My rating fell to 33, whatever. I've done this one before, though. So we go. Right, I remember. Next puzzle. In 2 moves, my friend. Not in 2. Okay. Oh, this one's hard. Wait, I got you, buddy. There we go. There we go. Started watching my aggressive vid, and the way you jump off on tangents drives me absolutely nuts. Dang, sorry about that, bud. Oh, when you say the aggressive vid, what exactly are we talking about? All right, I think we're starting. So only live games. Oh, no. All right, so we're going to focus on this one. And also in the Oro game. So I'm going to do 2 games, my friends. There we go. Bang. We're going to have this one, and we're going to have this one. Dude, Oro even gets the white pieces. They both are E4, E5s. Oh, buddy, this will be intense. And I'm assuming this is it. This is why I got up so early. I wanted to see dude wasting. Will the 12-year-old break him down? It's a little odd to be thinking so long here. A very typical move would be knight BD2. He's thinking, what is he thinking about, buddy? Faustino. But you're a genius. You don't need to be thinking here. All right, fine, H3. Now, all right, H3, fine. Bishop E6. This game's going to get hot. It looks boring now, my friends. It's going to be pure bloodbaths here. Chess lover likes A4. Oh, I think maybe on the last position. He could do almost anything here. Of course, he could take. He could play knight D2. You could play even bishop b5 here. Personally, I think bishop b5 is more annoying than it might first seem. Bishop b5, bishop b5. If knight e7, we'll play d4. Bishop b5 looks pretty good, actually. I'm going to say I'm a GM today. That was my normal thing to say, but Faustino's an IM. Faustino's an IM, bro. He's not even a GM. All right, so d4 would be the most ambitious, and then black probably wants ed, cd, d5. Is probably what he wants. And maybe on d4, black could play d5 immediately. Maybe. I don't know, actually. It's not that one isn't clear to me. All right, Faustino chills it, which makes some sense. There's no rush because black ain't doing much. He is doing that, though, friend. And now we play d4. Come on now. Come on, Faustino, play the d4, buddy. On d4, black probably just plays knight g6 and says what? Yep. Now, this knight on g6, especially in a blitz game, pretty annoying. And now we need to play some good moves. I would say either bishop c4 or bishop f1. I don't like bishop c4. Bishop a4. Okay. Now let me tell you why this is harder for white, even if the computer likes it. White never wants to take, never wants to push. He wants to hold this pawn here, okay? And to blunt this bishop, to control the center, wants just to sit on him. But the issue is black is the one who gets to have all the tricks and the flicks of knocking down the center, while white just kind of has to sit there and take it. Right? And so bishop a4 is, it is a kind of a problem piece. Where is the bishop going to go? A little hard to say. Maybe eventually to c2. If he went to d3, he's going to have to worry about knight f4. That's the other thing that's going on in the position. At some point, can black get away with knight f4? Now, he can't do it immediately because, or we would think he couldn't do it immediately because of de. Maybe he could. Maybe he could do it, like knight f4, de, knight d3. Though I think the default move would be knight f4 to knight f1. We got chess lover saying bishop c2, knight f1, bishop e3. Right, and like I'm saying, white just needs to sit. All right, here we go. Knight h5, very ambitious move. He wants to plant the big old baddie over there on f4. And the good news for black is it's very difficult for white to ever play g3 to dominate the knight. Now, chess lovers' plan, I mean, whether we play bishop e3 next or not, we definitely need to fix our knight. Yeah. And we're just hoping that we're not going to get made. We're hoping that this diagonal doesn't get unleashed on us. And it's a big deal that we're down 3 minutes here. All right, quick check on the Neiman the Demon. We're going to call it roughly equal at the moment. That's what I'm going with. All right. Back to a 12-year-old making history. All right, knight h5. Faustino, dude, don't go down 4 minutes. So this is what I mean. I think definitely, probably in a classical game as well, but in a blitz game, I definitely want to be black because I'm getting this knight f4. Now, something I just realized that dude is thinking about is he's considering knight e5, but it's no good because takes, queen takes, and then pawn takes. It's not just that he gets the pawn back. He unleashes his baddie. That's the whole point. He's got to unleash the baddie. It's also a bummer that our bishop isn't here. If our bishop were here, we could play g3 and end all the conversation. The reason he didn't go there before, though, is that was the square his knight wanted to go to. Knight e5, I did not like this. Maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't like it. So we're anticipating de, queen h5, takes, and to me that looks good for black. It looks very good for black. I don't know. We're about to find out. Now maybe the intention is de, queen h5, takes, and then knight f3, trying to get a very quick knight g5. Maybe. Maybe that's his dirty little trick. All right, let's check this out. That would be amazing. Pop, 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 pop. And we're saying if you take it, I go knight g5, and you are actually lost. That might not be 100% true. That might not be true. What he might not have seen, actually, is when I take, the rookie and the crookie start lining up on the baddie. And maybe it's not even over. We go here. 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 If you ever take here, I'm touching the coconut on g7. Here. Here. Now, was all this forced? No. No. But I'm just saying, maybe this is the kind of madness we're looking at here. All right, here's our game position. Oh, damn. All right. It's getting a little hectic here, as predicted. All right, so in general, I believe in black. I want to stress it. I believe in black. And DE, I think, is your only move, buddy. I think that's your only move. So I think this is forced, man. So, because look, if you play, well, obviously knight f4, I'm just going to take some. If you take here and I take, knight d3 is nothing. And then the bishop's blocked out forever. So snippos, hippos, crippos, canippos. And actually, a cool thing here is that if you take, I'm not all in on knight g5. I can think about it, But I'm not all in, and I could also just take. All right, maybe that's how it could go down. So I am starting to come around on this move. And this isn't a good example of the chump GM being dogmatic. So why did I not like it? Because I was determined as a dogmatist and not to let the bishop free. All right, here we go. This is all predicted. Now, one good piece of news for Faustino is if knight f4, I just go back, and then you can't take on d4 because f4 is hanging. Jepera, the graduates should be later. That's right. Kostya has a thing on first Monday of the month. I'm trying to get rid of that. It's annoying. But we will do the kind of, let's call it the 1,000+ graduates tomorrow. And one dumb thing here is Magnus is commentating, and I'm like, Magnus, bro, you like this whole rapid thing. Why aren't you here, buddy? Just because you have an attitude about the World Championship? But you're going to talk smack about everybody else? Yeah, you're the only person who could be here and isn't here. So what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? All right. So, okay, we have moves. E4 as predicted, and I'm calling knight f3. Very interesting play from this kid. And let's just put it on the board. Well, it's about to happen anyway, but knight f3 takes, let's just forget about knight g5 for a second. Here comes knight f3. Even without knight g5 immediately, it looks great for white because we got the lady all of a sudden looking at the king. We got a really nice situatio with the pieces all organized at the king. So DC BC, I don't know. I don't know, by the way, if he doesn't play DC, I don't know what he does. To me, it looks like DC is forced. We called it, and he immediately plays this move, pawn takes. So he decided that that knight g5 thing was too much. Correct, as we kind of went down that line, right? Now, one bummer would be, well, I'd like to play h6. Well, question number one, if you play h6, can I just whack you immediately? To me, it looks like I can. That's what it looks like. So I'm holding knight g5. I'm just holding that posibilidad. Now black would be looking at, maybe I want to play queen d3. Maybe. It's a lot of calculation though, buddy. And again, the fundamental thing I'd like to do is play knight g5, but then h6, and then takes. And then whenever I do it, yes, I can win the knight, but I'm opening up the Krookski and the bad boy. So critical position for black. Is knight g5 a threat? If we decide knight g5 is a threat, we could always play f6. Though that seems, to my mind, to say, hey, white, you are better, because at some point we'll play e5. Now again, if we play e5, we're going to open up the bad boy here. So it's a real question about who's better and why. On f6, another nice move might just be bishop b3. We might play bishop b3 sooner rather than later anyway. We can also think about throwing in bishop a3 to knock the rook off. Oh, wait a second, everybody. Bishop a3 is just a threat anyway. That's just a threat anyway. Oh, buddy, that's the kind of surprising thing where you're like, oh shit, bishop a3 is looking at me. Because if you play c5, you just killed your bishop. Now, maybe you can. Maybe you can. Maybe that's something you got to do. Notice also that the second I play bishop a3, knight f4 is a hassle in the castle. Okay, so bishop a3, it's a very interesting position. Is white threatening anything? Because it looks like knight g5 is met by h6. It looks to me like bishop a3 could be met by knight f4, and the queen doesn't have any great squares. And then I can land knight d3. Okay. h6 was played. Now, I thought that bishop h6 might just win the game. All right, let's go down this road for a second. Bang. What am I going to do? Takes. Queen f6. I bet that's his intention. And not only is knight g5 met by queen g7, but there's this coconut is hanging too. Okay, here we go, h6. Exclam. Vidit sees it's not actually a threat. All right, many possibilidades for white. Now, if bishop a3, knight f4 looks like a hassle. Notice bishop a3, knight f4, queen e5. We have bishop f2 and knight d3. Oh, this is a hard little moment. If we play bishop e3 to trade the bishops off, maybe, but then we give the knight f4 square. An intuitive decision could be to play bishop b3 to try to trade off his bishop and our bishop, which isn't doing great. Another one, which would be very simple, would be to play bishop c2, cover d3, and think about e5. Oh, that's maybe a good move, dude. That's where I'm leaning right there, bishop c2. And if I get it right, then I gotta say I'm either like I'm a 12-year-old today, or I am today. I like bishop c2 a lot. Bishop c2 is a nice move. Ooh, I am today, buddy. I am today. Oh, man, this kid is amazing. So look, let's just think about it strategically. The bishop wasn't working. We want to play e5 to prevent the queen from coming to f6. We don't know what black is going to do right now, and we definitely want this building move with bishop c2. Want to stress, everything is looking at the king, and we have the extra pawn in front of our king, which just means it's an extra attacking player in black's face. Now, there is an idea that just crossed my mind. Maybe black could think about the wild queen f6. Not saying I like it, but then the idea would be if e5 to play the magnificato knight f4. Then if here, and we say we're surviving. That doesn't say we're better or anything. It just means we're surviving. If white plays e5, we might just be done. We might be done if he gets knight g5. I mean, e5. Yeah, okay. Very nice, Faustino. Faustino's got the time advantage as well. From what I've seen of this match, by the way, I think Faustino has outplayed Vidit. Like round one, dude, where he had the black pieces and outplayed him. I thought he was going to win that game. So it's rough to be an old man these days. It's really hard. Oh, man. All right, Faustino, let's do it, buddy. Now listen, what do you got, Vidit? Okay, so the best I got for Vidit right now is this weird queen f6 move, which feels, as they say, artificial. But the point is, if you let me play, I got to play knight f4. So, I got to get that off to just get you off of my face. So let's put it on the board. I think it's going to happen. What a mess. Okay. Now, I do think it's fair to say that this is an advantage for white. How special it is, that's a whole different question. I don't know. But I do think this looks like an advantage for white. I don't know how special it is, as I said. Okay, so, all right. Bishop c2. Here's a queen e7 play. All right, so he is saying, actually, maybe this is clever. So if e5, maybe bishop d5, let you take, and we're going to make the same claim that if you ever take, you're opening up my dojo. Now, there are a lot of different moves here for white. Another move that just crossed my radar here is we could play knight d4, intending knight f5. Also, just being a baddie there in the center. Wow, okay. On knight d4, maybe black could play queen c5. Queen e7, that poses some interesting questions. All right, so bishop h6, does it work now? I guess he's saying it doesn't work for the same reasons it didn't work before. Oh, this is a big one. Also, if e5, I don't think e5 is the right move, but there's also queen c5. And queen c5 might come anyway as a way of dissolving the tension. Queen e7, at the minimum, it puts good questions to the black pieces. Oh, man, Faustino. Oh, Faustino. Now, there's reasons to think that this might be now winning. Let's imagine queen f6. Maybe he's got something else. Let's just imagine it for a second. Nah, I don't like it. All right. Knight d4. I got that one right. Queen c5, as expected. Okay, here we go. So, very resourceful play from black. We gotta say that the knight on d4 is a beast. And so a simple move would be snip snap, and then maybe bishop e3. A really ambitious move would be to play snip snap and then f4, dude. Cutting the knight from coming back. That might be a real man's move right there. There might be questions for Mr. Bestian, but f4 would be a nice move, dude. We could maybe play bishop e3 first, too. Bishop e3 first, nice. Bishop c4. Okay, now I definitely want f4. Bishop c4 is trying to get like a knight e5, knight d3 thing going on. Screw that, I want f4. So even though my pieces, I don't have a queen anymore, I can still generate an engine on the king side. I like f4 a lot. f4 is also the side of the board that dude wants to play on. Chess Lover saying the Aussies taking down Prague. Dang. Maybe Dr. Pop. Dr. Pop, good morning. Good to see you. Okay, I like f4. I like white. Maybe black could think about hoping for b5, b4. But I don't know, that's not going to do it. I like f4. Faustino, you need to play f4. Ooh, I'm an IM today. I'm a 12-year-old today. Okay, these guys are playing some good chess, too. I definitely like white here. Bishop b3, I think we're going to need to do at some point. maybe, well, okay. So I think b5 is an interesting move. b6, cautious. So b6 doesn't allow white to hit us with rook b1, protects the bishop. A little soft, maybe. A little soft. Now, if I play e5 immediately, I give black this square. So that's certainly true. That's a little problemito. Now, given that he played b6, though, I can take my time. One simple move could be just g3, intending bishop f2, holding my f4 pawn, maybe thinking about h4, h5. Also, b6 is interesting because it kind of asks me, what am I going to do? Ooh, g3, I am today. I'm an I am today. That's the kind of move, by the way, that maybe the computer wouldn't like, but it certainly makes sense from a human perspective. We're just going to build the position. Again, white's engine is on the king's side. We need to make stuff happen. That's why if I was black, I'd be looking at b5, b4 for black, just to get some garbage going before the engine, before the truck arrives. So now with g3, by protecting the pawn, I also create options of, let's say, knight f5 someday. Right? Okay, rook fd8 makes a lot of sense. So if I have a small bummer for white, it's that I can't move the knight without allowing anything. Bishop b3 would be the simplicissimus move. He might want more than simplicissimus, though. You know, I can't play rook ad1 because of my pawn. I could play a4 and then rook ad1. So let's call it that way. We got two choices. We got a4 followed by rook ad1 or bishop b3. He plays rook ed1. I didn't even think of that one. Now, I'll tell you why I don't like it. I don't like it because feels like I wanted that rook over there. There's a certain amount of sense to it, though. And next move, I'll just play maybe king f2. Build the position. Okay, maybe rook ad1. White's definitely better. Rook ad1, maybe I have some respect for this move, dude. Quick check on Neiman the Demon. Hard to evaluate, but white definitely has chances. Let's put it there. Okay. Hard to say which one's the bigger one. Arguably, as an American chess player, I should be watching Neiman the Demon. However, when a 12-year-old is about to take down a 2700 level player, I gotta stay here, my friends. I gotta stay here. Skebix asks, if Neiman doesn't win it, he's out. That's right. And if there is a decisive result here, somebody's out. Oh, man. Moves are going to start getting fast and furious now. All right, knight e7. Now, I want you guys to see how clever it was of the kid not to push e5. If he had pushed e5, then black would have the d5 square. So I think the default move here for white is definitely king f2. Is that what happened? I am today. Now the question is, where is this knight going? With our better center control as white, we are controlling a lot of the black pieces. That's the bummerino. And we have a lot of different things that we could start doing. A basic one would be, hey, let's start pushing and zhushing over here. You know? Start getting those baddies moving. And black, in the meantime, is just like, well, what should I do? He needs a plan. Hard to know where that knight's going. And now, if the knight moves, I can always think about knight c6. Doesn't mean I got to do it. It's just an option that you got to worry about. Yeah, buddy. Okay, bishop a3. Maybe annoying. Maybe an annoying move. Okay, so obviously bishop b2 is the threat. Maybe white should have played a4, buddy. I was wondering about a4 a long time ago. Now, a4 would have taken away the option of bishop b3. All right, what do we got? Bishop c1. Now, it was a mild win for black that he was able to achieve this. Notice that our rook on a1, not the happiest of creatures. So the default move from black could now be c5. We're going to say that was definitely and c5 can happen whenever. a4 is a nice move. He is intending a3 to pin down our pawn. If we play a3, we give him this square. I think we should probably play a3, Faustino. Also, this introduces maybe I can swing someday. The 2700 is fighting back. I like a3 though, bud. I think you got to play a3. Yeah, you need to play a3, bud. The question is, well, he's thinking about it. He obviously, just even a simple move like king e3 can't be bad. And then if a3, I could play bishop b3. So there is that. Oh man, this is hot. Vidit's playing ambitiously. He's not messing around. That bishop a3 was a nice way out. I'm sure that, we could say he missed it. It's a 15-minute game. Anything's going to happen here. All right, here we go. King e3. I called it. In general, Faustino's instinct is he does not want to move the a pawn, not on his life. And now the question for black is, well, you put your pawn there. If you don't move him to a3, then he is a victim, but he's not going to be a victim on b5. So I think a lot of players would have popped the knight immediately, but here he's just like, I can pop him any day. He says, I don't think you got that ever because of that, which is true. I think he needs to play a3, bud. I think he needs a3. Faustino, bud, it's time to play a3. Oh, yeah. All right, a basic reason, even though it's a little complicated, a basic reason white is just better is because his king is basically developed and black's king is not. So even though it's looking a little clampy on the queen side, all the long-term trumps really are in white's favor. Okay, we got knight f3. He moves it before c5 even happens, looking at knight e5. For reasons that aren't entirely clear to chump GM, he does not want to play a3. He is going to claim, though, that knight e5 is a real threaterino. Right? So if a3, knight c6 play, preventing knight e5. Now, the other thing that's going on with this move that's now available because we left the d4 square is he can think about knight a5, move the bishop somewhere, and then plant this bad boy here. If that goes down, we ain't doing so good. If e5, I'm assuming something like knight e7, maybe even stronger, bishop d5, intending knight a5. Faustino, buddy. Now when we play a3, if the knight lands here, then we're completely toast. Faustino might have been losing the thread here a little bit, buddy. He might have been losing the thread a little bit. Now maybe he just launches it with g4. Makes me real nervous, but maybe he's going to just launch it with g4. Rook d1, okay. Let's talk about the obvious bummer. When he takes, I got to take back with the bishop, right? Yuck. Faustino. Knight a5 comes. He has just a simple plan. I'm coming to hurt you, son. I'm coming to hurt you. Now look, if knight e5, he'll just play f6 and say, please take my bishop. Oh, Faustino's blowing it, man. Faustino is blowing it. He might be toast. All right, quick look on the Niemann. very hard to judge. I think we've got to believe in White's chances here, though. I think we just got to believe in White's chances in this positions. Okay, good. We're going to probably come back to this. And the kid, Faustino, has misplayed it. He's definitely in a little trouble. 95. And now F6 looks good. Maybe the kid's intention is just like, okay, I'll let you come to C4. Maybe not so dumb. Say, I'll let you come to C4, fine. And if bishop E6, I'll play F5, knight C4, knight takes, bishop takes. Maybe E5. Okay, this kid's amazing. This kid's amazing. Black can also throw in rook D1 first. This worries me a lot. Like rook D1 here looks very strong. I gotta take back with the bishop. And then rook D8 first. Maybe just calmly bishop E2. Okay, the party continues. Wait a second. Rook D1, bishop D1, F6. And then if I take and take, I can't go king E2 because of rook D8. But I might think about marching Mr. King into the enemy territory. Here we come. Rook D1, bishop D1. Here it comes. Critical position. I think rook D8 is the most testing. We're about to find out. Maybe it's also... Wow, that's a mess. Here we come, my friends. A quick look at the demon. Oh, yeah. White looks... Well, it's close. It's going to be hot. F6 played. Okay, now... My little dream for the kid was that you now have to go for it. You got to take and then bring the king in. Take the coconuts while he invades you. Is it incredibly hot? Yes, it is. But if I win b5, my bishop, I'm going to not just win some pawns, I'm going to open the bishop up for over here. There's just going to be a whole maelstrom of stuff hanging, of like rook d3, and rook over here, and who knows what, dude. we're beyond, we've lost control. We have lost control. All right, here we go. Knight f3. He says that he doesn't want it. Okay, I did look at this too. And he's just trying to hold the line. So if rook d8, then we calmly play bishop e2. Again, the reason that white is always just like essentially better is because of the king. All right, we got c5 now. That might be a hurtful move. So black has the idea of saying, hey buddy, I just want to play b4 someday. Oh, it's just hot, dude. I like my king invasion better than this, and now the king isn't as active. Now maybe I'll just play knight d2. All right, here we go. Knight d2. I'm an IM today. First of all, are we threatening knight c4? I don't think so. The good news is he can't play b4 yet because his pawn on a4 is hanging. Bishop e6 makes a lot of sense. Now, we could play, he is threatening a pawn. Dr. Obvious says he is threatening a pawn. Now, rook b1, maybe. That a pawn is going to be vicious if we do it. Bishop e2, b4. To me, it looks like white has lost the thread. CB, CB. Knight F3. Okay. Do I understand this move? I do not. Rook D8. C8, excuse me. I don't know what we're doing. It looks like we're failing here. Oh, Faustino, buddy. Oh, Faustino. Rook B1. I'm a Faustino, baby. That rook was passive for so long. He didn't want to play A3 ever. A big moment for Mr. Black. B3. Snip. Big choice here for black. Knight takes. Okay, we're going to say the obvious. A3 is a significant threat. If knight d2, it looks like rook c3 would win. Bishop d1, okay. Rook c3. I think we're toast. Notice our king has to leave the scene of the party. A3 is obvious. I think we're done, you guys. Well, yeah, I think it's real bad. I think it's real bad. We're going to have to take on b3, I think, and then the bummerino is that the pawn is going to land on a2. The bishop is going to be better than the knight. Dang. Dude, Faustino had a great position, man. Knight d4 would be el intuitivo here. But it is looking poor. Yep. Rook a1 first. a2. Yeah, it's looking real bad. Knight d4 as predicted. Bishop c4. Okay. Are there chances to hold this thing? I don't think so. The knight on d4 is unstable, so it can get whacked, and then we have rook d2. And passive rook, passive business. Black has a number of good moves. Rook d3, king f7. Oh, okay, what's going on over here? Uh-oh. What's wrong with rook takes b6, bruv? All right, this is beginning to look like Neiman the Demon's going down. Holy moly. All right, let's go back a second. So we had this position. Looks promising. He wins the pawn. Looks kind of promising. Rook d5. Rook d6, exclam. I see. Rook d5. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, now just rook takes b6, buddy. Just rook takes b6, and Neiman the Demon goes down. Oh, no. Yeah, we're not winning that, dude. We're not winning that. The simple reason is that when the white king marches all the way over there to help support the pawn, the black king will get counterplay, and we can even sack the rook to advance our pawns. So there it is, rook b6, e4. e4 is a little surprising. I wouldn't have done e4. I want to put it that way. I didn't like e4. Why did you play e4, bro? And now you can't even play f5 because of rook a6. Oh no, what have you done? King f5, king d4. So this was, that looks poor to me. Now, if king f4, I think, rook ace, oh, you could save your soul there. You would still be okay. So king f4, king c5. There we go. We're anticipating king c5 here. Quick look at the demon. Now this one, okay. This is our position here. We're calling it lost, but we're going to come back. So my friends, we have a simple dynamic that's seen in a gazillion chess games, that white needs to promote this pawn and he's going to win the rook. When that happens, black is going to get counterplay with his own business over here. Okay? This looks, okay, here b6 first. We're anticipating king f3. e3 could also be a move. All right, king f3, here it comes. Now rook a2. White simply wants king c6, king c7. And Faustino looks upset, and the vid feed looks like he lost. Poor kid, man. Damn! He played so well, dude. He played so well. Just confirming over here. Yeah, he lost it. Dang! Okay. All right, so here we go. Like I said, I called this dynamic like 3 hours ago, even though it was only like 5 minutes ago, but it's about 15 moves ago, is that black is going to get a pass pawn, and it should be a draw because the white king will be all the way over on b8. Now, e3 is definitely a move that we're anticipating. Yeah, this should be a draw. Now, king c7, we could sack immediately, and that's just honestly a draw, right? Or we go rook h8. So I think Neiman the Demon's going down. I didn't like what black's e4, but it seems like it didn't really blow it. Falgra's heartbroken. There's going to be a lot of heartbreak today, my friends. All right. So now the simple move is king f2. He's going to think about it a second. Plenty of time. I'd be so nervous I'd just play king f2. Maybe there's a dirty trick here where he's hoping for king f2, rook a5. That might be clever. And then on e2, he plays rook f5 check. Ooh. All right, so king f4. That was dirty, Neiman. That was dirty, dude. That was a dirty trick, man. All right, so now king c7, snip, snap, e2, rook a1, king e3, king c6, king f2, king d5, e1, snip, snap, king e4, king f2 looks completely drawn. It's close, though. Neiman must win this game. That Crow used to be a genius, man. That kid was the next coming. He was baby Jesus. All right, rook a2. So now we're going to see king f3, rook a3, king f4. Neiman tries to gain some time on the clock. He needs to find some dirty trick. That thing where I could have impulsively played king f2, that would have been a hassle in the castle, I'll tell you that right now. I have a feeling even that was still drawn, but here we go. Rook b7. We're going to get e2. All right, so let's just count it out here. So e2, rook e8, king f3, king c6, king f2, king d5, snip, snap, snip, king e4, king f2, and we're in time. Barely. We are barely in time. So if you're Neiman the Demon, you want to find some move to win a tempo for yourself. Somehow. Ooh, I might have it actually. Hold on. He could go well, we're going to play e2 immediately. It's important to play e2 immediately because if we played king f3, I think check would really hurt on f8. Because then g2, I go here, you go e2, I snip, and I'm going to get that pawn. So I think king or e2 immediatement is the move. We got it. Rook e8. King f3 by all means is the move. King g3. What? That's a little fancy, bro. Okay, probably still draws as well. Okay. Rook takes, king takes. Now let's do the math. King, pawn, king, pawn, king, pawn. Draw. They got a camera on the demon. His whole business. Okay, was that like a tricky move? A little bit. I would say king h2 is the move here. That's actually a little tricky. So if I say there's no, it's not happening. Like he could dream about some kind of thing where he forces you to push, checks you, and makes you go over here, but still, like the king was going to come out this way and shoulder you. Lorenzo Ledici. He's pausing on this. He's got 22 seconds. I got the vid camera on him. Actually, well, they're not always going to show this thing. I don't want to show some other chump thing going on. This is the best Italian player since Greco. 1500s, bud. King g2 is played. Now the good news is the king can't simply walk because we are going to gain a tempo on the rook. King c6, king f2. Now, yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Rook e4, king f3. King d5, g4. Now the point is that this king is shouldering the white king's approach. That's the bummerino here. Neiman the demon. Here we go. Looks convincingly drawn. There would have to be some very dirty trick for white to somehow approach the pawn. It says Neiman lost on time. It's not true. Oh, he almost really did lose on time. Holy moly. All right, here's our moves. Oh, we might get the knight thing. There's a knight endgame here that can happen sometimes. Now, king f4 might be the cleverest. Just to shoulder the king. Let's see what he does. King f2, okay. Here it comes. We're going to see king e4. I don't even think he's going to get the knight thing, honestly. The knight thing is when you have a king here, and our king here, and then we go, and we have to go pawn and say knight, and then say check, because it's a check. So here we go, this business. I think king g3 is the obvious way. I think king f1 also drew technically. This is much easier. And now we can make a draw. Neiman the demon. He's pissed. He's looking off into space. It's over. His dreams are over. Couldn't beat Lorenzo Ledici, the greatest player since Greco. Dang. The Italian fans, dang, bruv. Dang. Neiman the demon is out. He is out, my friends. So we got the two ones we wanted to watch today, dude. Faustino and Oro. They're gone. All right, let's go look. There's just so many results over here. How do I actually see the results? I don't know. There's just so many of them. There's just so many of them. All right, let's go back. And we're gonna do that trick where we go live games here. All right, live games, my friends. All right, we got Tari and Pranav looks like our only live game here. Now I don't know. Oh, I take it back. What's going on? This is all messed up here. Oh, I see. There's 3 live games. It's calling Neiman live. It's not live. We got this Pranav game and Tari. Let's hit this. Bang. And I'll tell you this, I definitely deserve a coffee. I don't know how much longer I can go either. I want to see the brackets too, bro. I want to see the brackets. So if I go results, this is, oh, here we go. So we got a lot of results have come in here. Thank you for subscribing, Flixie Boy. So this though, this is not, they're not updating it because somebody already told me that Niels passed with back row. So they're not updating a lot of this yet. We got Jose Martinez still battling. Wesley's out, dude. So many people are out. A wonder is through. That's amazing. I think Svana is also through. No, we're still battling. Jeffrey Zhang is through. Nice, that's great. He's really actually one of our few American hopes left after Neiman the Demon's gone, dude. Robeson's out. Bam. Dang it. Bluebaum. Dude, the Bluebaum. No one believed in Bluebaum. This guy's making it. And Prague is still fighting, man. Can't beat Kukabarov. Can't beat him, dude. Georg Meyer. That guy's an old-timer. He's making it. Erdogmos is through. Rapport. Oh, that's going to be a good one, dude. Rapport and Erdogmos. All right, here we go. This is amazing. We are now going to head to the Blitzies, I guess, with this stuff. Looks like Pranesh wins this one over here. So it'll be Keimer versus Pranesh. You got to take the Keimer in that one. Then that one, okay, you got to take Wei Yi, but you know, who knows? Matsudlu. And then we have Bruce bet against Sarge. Oh, we got all this stuff going on, man. And oh, that's going to be a battle. The old timers right there. Then we got Ladici advancing, the greatest player since, Italian player since Greco. Look at all this stuff, dude. Woodward toast. Lako beats Bobby Chang. The old timers are crushing it. All right, Arjun is through, dude. We want Arjun to win. He's definitely got a good little landing spot up here. Okay, now if I go back here, and I'll leave this on a second. I have no idea what this is, dude. I couldn't tell you what is going on here. This is our position. This is our position, bro. Oh, man. Oh, it's fine. Yep, he's making it easy on himself. This is going to be a draw. Okay, so Papap is the only one left. So I guess, my friends, we're going to go blitz games, but I think I'm going to stop it. I think I don't care, you know? Also, just in terms of the results, there's not a match in there that I need to see blitz games for, right? There just isn't. Or you can tell me, I think like, okay, so one of those guys is going to win a blitz match, right? There's no blitz match, or maybe the Prague one, right? Isn't there, Prague is in here somewhere, and so he could conceivably be a huge upset of a contender being knocked out. Yeah, so this one, if we're gonna pay attention to it, would be that one right there. Okay, cool. I am gonna raid somebody, and what I want to say about that is I will be back, I think, at noon to do the rest of the grad show, noon Eastern. So that is about 5 hours from now. All right, we're gonna raid somebody. Who are we gonna raid? I don't know. let's read. Let's read Hannah Sace. Boom. This has been the Chess Dojo. We'll be back at noon for the training program. And we'll be back tomorrow, by the way. David usually starts the show, and it's going to be hot. Tomorrow's going to be some real games. I'm going to bet that Prague wins in the Blitz, but who knows? We've had a number of people, Wesley, Neiman, going down. Vidit barely getting through. All right, everybody. Bye.